Good morning, and I hope you've been well, and this is part 151 of the Pokemon Rejuvenation V13.5 Let's Play. Set mode, no items, so yeah. So with that being said and done, I guess we'll go on ahead and continue onwards here, so yeah. Oh, right, I guess one final thing before we do get started. Just a little bit of an update. The one trip that I mentioned before when I was going to be out of town, I am back from that. So we're now getting back on track with recording and whatnot again. The last few episodes, a lot of them were pre-recorded in preparation for the trip that I was going on. So I just kind of wanted to say now that I am back from that. So yeah, all was well. Very happy with it overall. And I may get more into details later on within the episode, but yeah, overall it was a really good trip, honestly. And then whatchamacallit, like I brought up, I think on 147, 148, one of those episodes I went on a more lengthy update on what's been going on with life with me and the month of August and whatnot. I worded that weird, but you get the point. I will be starting up school again to get my high school equivalent, so yeah, I will be busy for that as well. Coming up, I believe, actually tomorrow is when I'll be going to an orientation on all of that, so hopefully I'll get some info, get something settled, and get it going with all of that. Definitely got some nerves, but at the end of the day, that's always something that's going to happen with anything new, but it is going to be a good thing overall in the long run. At least I hope and believe so. But with that also being said, I will still attempt to get into 5 videos a week, 2 Rejuve, 2 Slay, and 1 Stardew Valley episode. Once we finish up year 2 and get into year 3, we'll take a hiatus from Stardew Valley and then focus on Slay the Princess and Rejuvenation. Okay, that's pretty much it on the update. I just don't want to go on and on about that. This may be my final journal entry. The present I mentioned earlier has gotten to a peak. I am being overwhelmed by them. I cannot escape. But this is the tale of an adventurer. Do not weep for me. Though this cave has proven itself to be a challenge I cannot overcome, I am overjoyed by the fact that they are here for me. Sweet Earth, it is over. They are here. They have come. Goodbye. Sweet Earth, it is over, they are here, they have come, goodbye. It's something, again, I believe this gets into a cutscene, yeah. It's just something with the second layer, and with the whole thing with like the Den of Souls, it's just, it's interesting to me, you know? Just trying to piece together certain things, but I'll leave my thoughts as is for now. It's like another town that's been frozen in time, but it's not like the place beneath us. It's different this time. In a way, it reminds me of Alamissa. That same empty, hopeless feeling. It's certainly empty, that's for sure. Nim, do you know what this place is? Nope, but I pass here sometimes to, it's okay. You don't have to explain why. If you're not comfortable with that, we're not going to pry. What did I say about being so nice to me? Are you trying to pity me or something, Malia? Here we go again, Nim. I'm not. Oh well. That's certainly a bro moment. Ren, what's going on? Ren's been glitching out ever since we've gotten to this place. It's been getting worse and worse the longer we stay down here. How do we fix him? What can we do? I can't fight this one. Everyone stand. Ren? Ren, are you... Huh? Oh, what's going on? That is not Ren's voice at all. Ren? I'm sorry, but I don't know who you're talking about. What's your name? Can you tell us that? Oh, my name? I'm so sorry, but I can't remember my name. I'm so confused right now. What the hell just happened? That's another soul, an entire different being inside of Ren's body. Oh, so that's what's happening. I understand now. I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to cause trouble. To be honest, I don't really remember what I was doing before this. I was just drifting along until I felt compelled to come to this place. But then where is our Ren? I do feel his presence. He is here, just sleeping. Not to be rude, but you're going to have to get out of my friend. Pronto. Wait, Venom, maybe she could tell us about this place. Do you have any idea where we are? Where you are, sorry. Oh, I remember now. This place was my home. Yes, I was living here with my two best friends until we were separated by fate, it seems. We found ourselves on two opposite sides of a war, and when it came down to it, we had to fight. She and I battled, but we couldn't bring ourselves to kill each other. I wanted to protect my home, but I wanted to protect her even more than that. Therefore, in the end, well, that was the last thing I remembered, if you know what I mean. You took the killing blow on purpose. Why couldn't you two just settle your differences? There had to be another way. No, unfortunately not. This was how it was supposed to be. Enough. Enough of this self-sacrificial bullcrap. I can't hear it anymore. What? I'm such a hypocrite. Fight for your friends? How can I say such things when I can't even do it myself? Malia, you kept asking me what I was doing here in the first place. Do you really want to know why? If you want me to know, then say it. I came here to feast. The feast. I told you, didn't I? I'm nothing but a monster. The child of the storm. Now, that's something that is interesting to me. Her saying, I'm the child of the storm. Not the storm itself, but a child of it. I don't know, like, I feel like that's a really interesting line, honestly. I want to keep that in mind as well. I come to the Den of Souls periodically, however you say that correctly. I'm sorry, I suck at pronouncing words. The feast on the souls trapped here. You what? If I don't get souls, what will happen? You know the answer, Malia. I know the answer. What would happen if Nim didn't feast on souls? I know she's implying death, but I think she means something more specific. That can only be you die of hunger, you can't function, you turn to stone. You turn to stone. You're right, and that's exactly what happened to me. For me to prevent this, I have to visit my own realm, or drain the life energy from souls to survive. Now, going back, well, just said the whole Team Zen thing there, but the go back to, well, is that, well, no, it's not really spoilers because now she's kind of like talked about it. Go back to Terajuma. Go back to where she was forcing herself to be, you know, like okay with the group. Like, it's okay. Like, I have a headache. It's just a Terajuma hot weather. Like, I'm fine. I promise it's okay. But then you see that she couldn't hold it anymore. She tried her hardest to not, you know, go over the edge. But unfortunately, she bit off more than she, you know, can chew. She didn't feast on souls like she mentioned here, and well, she reverted back to stone. Go back to Route 4 when Nim, and Alita were there, where Alita, for example, is like, I feel kind of weak and whatnot, and Nim's like, ah, crap, it's happening. I'm starting to, you know, maybe like absorb her soul, for an example, and then that's where she like booked and is like, all right, I'm out of here. You guys know the way. I'm gone. Go back to when, whatchamacallit, oh, what's her name? Alexandra, where she went against what Damien wanted to do, which was kill Nim. She took her away, took her to the train, but even Nim accidentally tried to feast on Alexandra's soul. And they decided it's too dangerous to be together. Nim, you go your way, I'll go my way, and that's that. No matter what, Alexandra did not want Nim dying though. And yeah, it also explains, why, for an example, Nim kind of turned to stone and whatnot during that whole thing is because, again, she couldn't, devour any souls at that time. She doesn't want to do it, but with her being, I guess, as she called it herself, a child of the storm itself, that's how she, fuels her body for energy and whatnot to stay actually moving and whatnot and not revert back to stone. Now, that's the thing that intrigues me though. Even though you turn back to stone, I wonder why. Well, does that get into spoilers? No, because I think Malia, right, I think earlier they mentioned the whole thing with, like, the whole crescent thing being impersonated by, the woman with red hair. So, yeah, I think it's been mentioned, so I think I should be okay to say this without a spoiler warning. But, go back to where, again, like, they talk back to her, like, hey, like, everything that she told you, it's a lie. You don't have to believe it. It didn't happen that way, Nim. And Nim is conflicted. It felt really real. And that's how good, Clear's illusions are. So now she's like, okay, let me just feel it out, because I don't know what to believe, but for some reason, I'm willing to hear this out and play along with this for the time being, and at least give some trust and whatnot to this whole thing. But it makes me intrigued though. I wonder how Clear, for an example, was able to revert her back to her form and, like, undo the whole stone thing. Was it a thing where, she... Well, no, she couldn't have had the rejuvenation water. Or maybe she did? Question mark? Or maybe she has some other thing that she could do that as well. I don't really know. But there has to be something with Clear that allowed her to revert Nim back to normal and undo the whole, stone thing. I don't know. Just something that's intriguing to kind of, like, bring to the table, and just talk about. But anyways, we'll continue on. When I was with you all on that Team's End ship in Terrajuma, I started to feel sick, remember? Normally this wouldn't be a problem, but in this instance, I couldn't return to my own realm because you were holding my father, Gira, and Zeta back for us. Right, so again, where she was, like, walking along that one area and met up with the others, I assume potentially that might be the Den of Souls? Question mark? Or like a different realm of the Den of Souls? I'm not certain how that all works, honestly. And another interesting thing, it's intriguing that even Crescent with Gothitelle is actually able to take them to that kind of realm. Just something that's intriguing to me as well, because if I remember correctly, maybe there's something more to the Den of Souls, because go back to chapter 3. Remember when Indred within the Wispy Tower, like, one of the goals was, if I can make it to the Den of Souls and do this and that, then I win. I'm immortal. I can't be touched. I'm just chilling over here. So is he actually there? Or is he still trying to work on it? Just some interesting things to remind players about and just kind of, like, bring it to the table. But anyways, back to Nim though. You were holding my father, Gira, and Zeta back for us, but in the end it didn't matter anyway. They were freed and I was thrown into a prison I could not escape. But it's not just that either. Anyone who is simply near me is in danger. I passively drained the essence out of human beings in my vicinity. When I was in Sashila, I accidentally killed a woman by draining her essence. I wasn't doing anything, I was just trying to make a friend. But the evil that's inside of me by nature was dying and I needed sustenance. That death was the last straw for Damien. He saw me as a threat to his people and every human on this planet. He ordered the bounty on my head, on my life, or head, life, whatever. And I started the chase with Alexandra and I. Started the chase after Alexandra and I. But not even she was safe from me. After the long trip on the Grand Express, I almost killed Alexandra. That was when I decided we must part ways. What am I supposed to do? I don't want to die. 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 I'm scared and I need help. If things continue this way, I'll... Nim. There isn't a point in beating around the bush anymore. You all are trying to stop Storm 9 from coming back, right? Our destiny is to fight and kill each other, so why don't we just get this over with? I understand that you're scared, but if you try to hurt us... Venom, stop. Let me handle this. I told you before that I wouldn't give up on you, Nim. I don't care who or what you truly are. You are my friend. Stop it. You're just making this harder for all of us. What can I do to help you, Nim? You want to help me? Then give me the power of the archetype. What? You must be out of your mind, Nim. Nim, will that truly save you? In that case, Malia, what are you doing? Malia, you were with me in that facility before. You know the risk of holding this power. Even with that knowledge, you still want this. I need it. I see. I vowed I would protect this power from evil, but if giving it to you would mean saving your life, then... Malia, I know you mean well, but think about what you're doing. A decision like this, it's catastrophic. You can't be responsible for this. I refuse to let another one of my friends die, not on my watch. I will bend and break every rule on this forsaken planet before I let that happen again. Even in the end, if I am truly powerless to change anything, I won't go down without putting in everything I've got. Nim, you've suffered so much. I am so sorry for everything. If this will truly save your life, then please accept this. After all of that, why? I think it's because she realized that even if she got a hold of this power, in the end, her destiny is something she cannot run from. See, and again, that's a really interesting line. In the end, her destiny is something she cannot run from. Meaning that, I mean, plain and simply, even if it worked out, she gave up the archetype, Nim took it, it's not enough. It wouldn't change, the future for her. One day she has to face her destiny, one way or another. The archetype may help, but it's not the solution. And I think the same is true for me. Huh? Still, that conflict seemed to have ended peacefully. I could only wish for the conflict I had with my best friend ended the same way. Kind of a brutal thing to witness after just waking up though, huh? No, it's okay. Though I am a bit disappointed that this world seems to be conflicted like mine was. Perhaps it was naive of me to think the afterlife would be perfect. Nothing usually is after all. That being said, I think I've taken enough time from the boy in this body. I know I asked you to leave, but will you be okay? I'll just be fine. I wish you all prosperity. And tell the boy in this body I said thanks for allowing me some time. Goodbye, Malia and Venom. Oh, what just happened to me? And why are you two in battle mode? Wait, where's Nim? We'd answer you if you gave us a chance. Well, this is what happened. So, I think it's safe to assume every time I glitched out like that A soul was trying to use this husk of a body to become conscious again. A little scary if you think about it. That girl we talked to just now was sweet and let you have your body back. What if an evil spirit got in there and didn't want to leave? I need a vacation. That's all I have to say about all of that. True that. I want to chill for a whole month after this. Guys, we need to get back to Sashila. There's something we need to discuss. I assume it's important. Yeah, and I need everyone to be there for it. For now, we should get ready for our final battle. I bet Cassandra and Madalis are around here somewhere. We should prepare if needed. Gotcha. I'm ready whenever you guys are. Now, I thought about getting into like a spoiler rant with like Nim and whatnot, but I don't know what to really like get into. Like, yeah, I could talk about like the whole Storm 9 thing and whatnot, but again, there's still like so many unknowns that I just feel like I would just be throwing mud at a wall and seeing if it just like sticks, as I usually like to say. But I don't know, like that whole situation that we had there, just plain and simply, yeah, I just don't think there's a need for a spoiler rant. But again, even if the archetype, I'm sure in some way, shape, and form, yeah, it may help. But again, it's a destiny that she can't run from. And eventually, it will come to her, whether she likes it or not. Again, I could do a spoiler rant, but I don't think I'd talk much about that at all. So, yeah. Very interesting to think about. Shouldn't go this way yet. Okay. I don't remember her team, honestly. So I think I kind of want to lead with you. And then just kind of see how it goes. And then I don't think you could really go into any of like the homes and whatnot. Okay. Have you ever met Neve's little girl? She's a little girl who has a rare disease. She's currently being treated for it at the Hospital of Hope. So, you wanted to know who or what changed me, right? It was that same little girl, Francesca. A sick child changed you? Am I hearing that correctly? I discovered her by mistake, but ever since then she's been begging me to visit her and when I had time. On my off time, I decided to do so. During these sessions, she'd tell me all about her hopes and dreams she wants to accomplish once she's better. Her words and personality were sincere, if not naive due to her age. She always had other people in mind. I had to force a smile through every session because I knew what I was working towards would take all of that away from her. And I don't understand how this is different. Well, it turns out Neve and I joined Team Zen for the exact same reason. For Neve, it was to save his daughter. For me, it was to save Lisbeth, your sister. I convinced myself early on that the atrocities I committed would be to save her life. I acted with a grim smile when I conducted my experiments and took lives from people. Self-righteousness blinded me, a path of no return. I never even asked myself if this is what Elizabeth would have wanted. At the end of the day, I realized what I was doing wasn't truly for Lisbeth at all. It was for me and my selfish reasons. It's always been that. So, you aren't happy with underlying true intentions of your actions. That's easy. We just need to find something to solidify your stance on things again. I'm sorry to interrupt, ma'am, but Malia and the others are on their way here right now. Enough of the sob story, Madalis. We'll grab that photo, win this battle, and head back to HQ with Malia. It'll all end with this. I do want to get into a slight rant, because why not? I guess slight spoilers, kinda not, but I'll still give like a timestamp warning anyways, so yeah, if you don't want to listen, that's fine. Go to the comment section below. Yeah, okay. We are in kind of spoiler territory. I don't think there's going to be anything heavy with this one, but again, just a fair warning. If you don't want to listen, just go to the comment section below. Anyways, I don't know how people feel about the whole Cassandra and Madalis, ordeal. Again, the only time that I really like talk to people about Rejuvenation is normally with like YouTube. I don't know what people say within like Discord or, I guess like whatever like people may like feel about certain characters, but I really feel that, again, if I'm wrong on this. I really feel the whole Madalis and Cassandra thing is one of the most underrated, debates within the game, because like you have two people that once upon a time had similar ideals, but you see Madalis slowly realize what I'm doing isn't going to help Francesca. What I'm doing isn't going to, make me feel better about Elizabeth. What I'm doing is evil. I've killed people. I've experimented on Pokemon. I've done all sorts of just god-awful things. And I'm starting to realize that what I'm fighting for is not for a better future. And that's something that's always conflicted with me so much. I go back to the very start of the game where a lot of the grunts were like, if we don't find Malia, then ... You go to what Neve is saying, this is the only way. This is how I save my daughter. Whether you like it or not, this is the only way to do it. All of them, in one way, shape, and form, have their ideals, and they believe that this is the way forward. I go back to my theory and idea that, again, they know what they're doing is evil. They know what they're doing is bad. They know it, but they still march forward. And I believe it has something to do with stopping Indred, even if it means, a lot of people get sacrificed and whatnot. They have to march forward and do what they gotta do, whether it's to stop Indred or, the elephant in the room, Varaya, with her predetermined like, timeline thing. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's just something that conflicts with my mind, because again, there has to be more of a reason why they're willing to do this evil stuff. There has to be. And it's interesting to see characters like Zeta, like Madalis, for example, starting to like turn around and be like, yeah, we did some really terrible things. Maybe this wasn't the right direction. Maybe we are actually, setting up everything for just failure. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something really intriguing to me just to talk about. And, excuse me there, Cassandra again being like, okay, well, we just gotta find something new to solidify, like, your feelings towards the team and whatnot, and then you're good to go. But I don't know. I think Madalis more and more swayed on the other side. And it kind of seems unfortunate to me, but I can definitely see her being a character that eventually will get killed off within the game. Because I don't know, because like I feel like a lot of people probably don't like her, and I might be wrong on this. And again, rightfully so, you don't have to like her for her actions at the beginning, but I think she's one of the most cool admins within the game, in my opinion. Mainly because of her, character development. Compared to a lot of the others, she seems to have one of the most character developments within Team Zen that I've seen within the game. I feel like I worded that weird, but I think some may get the point. Because like Neve, you haven't seen a ton with him. Zeta's cool, but he definitely, died early on, but then you see him within the Nightmare Casino. Wrong woman. Cassandra, sorry, wrong person. You see Cassandra here and there, and I think she's a cool villain or whatnot overall, but I don't know, there's just something about Madalis within that group that it just seems intriguing. That on the flip side, she was just this evil, smart scientist doing this experimentations on the Shadow Purification Project, and just her other, knowledge and whatnot. Now, flipping you know, flipping onto the other side, being like, you know, maybe this isn't right. Maybe this shouldn't be this way. And it's like this conflict within her that she knows she's way too deep into this. And she's just in a lose-lose situation. There is no winning for her. Just something that's intriguing and I just wanted to talk about, so we'll leave it at that. Okay, we are out of spoiler territory, and we will continue onwards. Real quick, I believe I checked. Yes, I have all my items. Right, just double check. Yes, we are on set. Huh. I'm out of steam. I'm just gonna sit back and watch this one. Well, hello there. You certainly took your time. Oh, for something's sake. Are we really doing this right now? Now, there's no need for such vulgarity. It's been a long, tough day for all of us. We've all made mistakes. Really now. Really. I wanted to propose a little deal with you all. Oh? It's come to my attention that you have an unfavorable photo of me in your possession? Oh no. How did you find out about that? I'm more astute than you think. If you hand over that photo, I'll let everything that happened today slide. Not mention of Ren to Madam X, no interfering on my part as mayor. Doesn't this sound like a good deal? A peaceful truce. Take that offer and shove it up your blank, miss. What did you just say? You're a fool if you think we'd fall for some basic manipulation like that. We respectfully decline. Who the hell do you think you are talking to me like that? I'll tear you all into pieces. But I suppose I'm not too surprised by this outcome. It's almost so boring how expected this was. I'm afraid you've all just doomed yourselves. It just so happens that you've pissed off a Team Zen admin, a ranking that's even higher than executive, like Madalist over there. It's always so sad to see the youth throw away their futures with ignorance, a girl with power she didn't ask for, a delinquent who just doesn't learn to sit down and lose, and a toy who serves a master who doesn't care about him. I won't let any of you escape punishment. What will you do against me and my deaf wings? Guys, I don't think she quite understands the situation she is in right now. You idiot, we're not the ones being hunted right now. Huh? What just happened? The tables have turned. You guys are the ones that won't escape. Let's go. Right, it's this menace. No matter what, I think I get O-code here. I'm kind of surprised, but I'm gonna run with it. I guess Aurora Veil is pretty cool. That is a nice little shiny there. I guess same thing, Dazzling Gleam. Let me... Oh. Interesting. I guess that's fine, but I don't know what she'll go into. And I don't quite remember her team. You have Volt Switch, right? I guess you might be the safest option. Yeah, let's just go for Volt Switch. Among Us. That's fine. Let's go for Spore. Go into Chomp. Earthquake. That did, well, Coil, yeah. I guess we got really lucky with those sleep turns though. Superior. You definitely have Dragon Pulse. Go into you. Clear Smog. Do you have ice? I don't think you have ice beam. Yeah, I forgot to change your moveset. My bad. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. Had to check the oven, but no, I'm kind of screwed here, honestly. I mean, the only I mean, you got a decent attack stat, but going to you D-Pulse. I mean, if it goes for Leaf Storm, then plus, yeah. I think I lose here because of Superior. Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot that I can really do. Because this thing just outspeeds and... I mean, even if I went for Nuzzle... That's just banking on like paralysis and whatnot, so... Yeah, I think the issue... I guess probably like having like 2 electric types, honestly. But then again, to be fair, I did not even remember her team at all, so... Yeah, we'll have to do a little bit of rearranging here. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. Let's go to the PC. And let's do a little rearranging. As much as I love this guy, I just don't think it really helps me much for this battle, so... Goodbye to you. I kind of like the Chomp, honestly. It's just something a little bit different. As much as I like the Kingdra, there is just no point in keeping Kingdra on the team. What do you have? I don't know if I have Sledge Bomb. I might. But you might be a little fun. I like you. I do like this guy a lot. The Rotom's cool. I kind of want to keep the Chomp. I do want to give it a better moveset though. But that's another thing. I just don't remember the rest of her team. I mean, I could do a Talonflame. Just to ensure that the Superior isn't going to be a problem. If I'm going to use Talonflame, I don't see the point in Gengar. But that's another thing again, I don't remember the rest of her team. What's her moveset again? I already have an electric type. And I kinda like the Rotom, honestly. Just pick something, anything. Do you have a grass type? Yeah, I do. I think I used this Scizor last time, so I don't want to do that again. Sure, why not? And then give it that. And do I have Declaw, by the way? Iron Head's not a bad move, but I doubt we have like Dragon Claw. Right, I don't have the Gengar with us. I don't... It doesn't look like we have Declaw. I will get rid of HP Ice, though. It's not a bad move, but I prefer Flamethrower, honestly. Alright, take 2. Oh, sorry for my cursor on the screen there. Okay. Bisharp, Huron. I like the idea of Aurora Veil, because I know that I can take one hit, Dazzling Gleam here, that does that, Cinccino's on the field, we know that we can take a hit. Oh right, because it only hit 2 times, right, okay. Because we got a little lucky that time. Okay. Oh, I forgot to change it to Rough Skin. I kind of want to change that. That's kind of vital. Yeah, 1 second. Okay, take 2.5. Technically take 3, but yeah, I just went around to change this. Oh right, I will show the team real quick as well. So we have our Alolan Ninetales. We have ourselves an Amoonguss, which I should have changed your nature, but that's okay. I noticed that he had a tiny mushroom. I changed it to a citrus berry. Next up is Celestia. Next up is our Chomp here with rough skin and a rocky helmet. Sheriff. And I guess you still have a sky plate, which is fine. It's just meant for the superior, honestly. And then our little oddball here, Haxorus. I should have changed your nature as well, but that's okay. That is okay. Okay, so we do that. Dazzling Gleam. You're gone. Cinccino is coming out. Okay, so that time again we got lucky that it only hit twice. So that happens. Hail does that. If I go into you, it's just gonna go into the Milotic. If I go into you, it might instantly go into Superior. So let's play a little different. What an odd play. Is it just because Mega Mawile out... Does it outspeed? I mean, maybe with like max, like 252 speed. It might? It might, but I kind of want to call it on its bluff. No, yeah, we definitely outspeed. I mean, what are you gonna do, sucker? Yeah, I don't know what kind of attempt that was there. Maybe just trying to like full on sweep. Amoonguss. That's fine. Clear Smog. I'm curious about that play though. I wonder why. Because honestly, like, if it would have saved that Mawile, that actually would have been really terrible for us. I don't know why. I mean, I guess, I don't know, like the weaken the Chomp because of the Milotic. Because the Milotic is definitely going to be a problem. Either way, Sheriff is the only play that makes sense. I have to go into this guy. I will admit that that miss definitely mattered. However, I don't think it would have taken out Rotom. I don't think so. However, the problem that I have is if I go into the Chomp, it will... If I go into the Chomp, it's going to go into Superior. If I go into Sheriff, I believe Milotic is going to be on the field. And that's the problem. Coil and then like Leaf Storm. I don't think I win this. Yeah, so it's just gonna do that. Chomp, I outspeed. No, I lose because no matter what, Leaf Storm takes out Chomp. It's gonna have +2, and at +2, it most certainly will take out this guy and this guy. And there's nothing that I have that outspeeds. Close, but no, Cassandra's got it. Yeah, it does have Deep Pulse. Okay. I was curious whether it did or did not. Yeah, close, but that tells me instead of Haxorus, I just need another Pokemon that can deal with the Superior. Alright, 4th try. Now, I did change the nature. I just went for Adamant because why not? I did add the Crobat here, so we'll give this guy a try. And I did change your nature to Relax, I believe? No, Calm nature, sorry. So, yeah. Okay. So we'll Dazzling Gleam here. Oh, I forgot to go for Auroraville. That's okay. Chop. Superior. Let's go into Amoonguss. Okay, I got a little bit lucky there. I'm just gonna run with it for now. I assume you're gonna swap out? I'm surprised you're not switching. But I'm not mad by this either. I'll just go for Spore. I gotta admit, I'm getting extremely lucky with these rules this game. That's insane. I almost kind of want to redo it so it's like more fair, but I mean, I guess I can just run with it. I know we're not out of the woods yet, though. Go for Confuse Ray. That's totally fine. Yeah, we can go into you, actually. That was a really odd battle. I got extremely lucky. I guess I'll just run with it. To be fair, I think this team would have still won. It might have took a few tries here and there still, but I do think this team probably could have pulled through at some point, but we definitely got very, very lucky with this one. Your strength, it goes against all of our reports. What have you done to get so strong? No way. We knew Malia had realized the archetype's power, but for it to have a... I cannot read today. But for it to have advanced this quickly is incomprehensible, and your Pokemon strength, it's on another level we had not realized. We had a good teacher. I didn't mean to skip that text, sorry. Matalis. I never thought the day would come when Cassandra would actually lose. This is it. She's done for. And what about you? Are you about to be right behind her? Please, Matalis, don't cause any of us more trouble. You cannot win. This is the last time I'm going to try and convince you, Matalis. The effect from Team Zen, I don't know what's keeping you with them, but Team Zen's goals can be nothing short of destruction. Just leave. What? We're just going to let her go? If she reports this, I won't report this. What? I've lost this fight and I have no intention of running. I'll admit defeat peacefully. Why should we believe that? Because I am the evil and... I cannot read today. Because I am the evil and very beautiful goddess Matalis. A promise from me is nothing short of an honor. Matalis does not break her promises when she gives them out. So, please, just believe me. Alright, I'm going to trust you. This time. I think that's what Venom said there. Then, if this is settled, let's grab Cassandra and go. I know we didn't find what we came here for, but this may be more important. We should head back to base immediately. We're going to need to let everyone know. Yikes. Is everyone okay? Yeah, a bit of a shake, but I've never seen this happen before. Something's not right here. Malia, grab Cassandra and let's get the hell out of here. What? Get away from that thing. But if that thing gets a hold of you, you'll have a lot more problems than just Team Zen. Leave Cassandra for now. We need to leave. She's right. Don't forget that Ren is most susceptible, however you say that word, to these things too. We gotta move. Not now. Ren, I'll carry you. Guys? We're surrounded. Fine, if we can't walk out, we'll fly out. Malia, you take Matalis with you on Happy. I'll carry Ren on Chara's My Pokeballs, they won't work. Neither will mine. They do say spirits can tamper with technology. This is exactly what Charon described in his diary. What? Someone a long time ago fell down here. Charon said he felt an everlasting presence and that he felt someone was watching him. He survived this place for 3 days until something overwhelmed him. I think we just found out what that something is. The souls that are trapped in this cave. And let me guess, they sense life and want a piece of it. More or less, that would be my guess. We have no Pokemon and no way of escape. What do we do? I've used this power so often today, I don't know how much longer I could do it, but I need to buy time. You wouldn't happen to have any clever tricks up your sleeve, right, Madalis? Oops, sorry, the clever trick store was fresh out today. Of course I don't have any clever tricks for a situation like this. What do you even want me to do? Weren't you just calling yourself a goddess? Some goddess you are. Sorry I didn't bring my pocket god mode button like Blondie over there. Next time I won't be so foolish. Guys, please. I can't hold this. I'm sorry. Uh-oh. Certified bro moment. No. Someone, please, save us. You can't have them. Nim? I used to pretend the souls here had no conscious thought. So that when I drained them of their energy, I wouldn't feel more like a monster. But when I heard that girl's voice within Ren's body, I lost everything. There's truly nothing redeeming about me, a terrible blight through and through. No, that's not true, but it is true. I've already accepted it. You all need to get on out of here. I can help you escape and let you stay down here to fend for yourself. Malia, come with us. We can escape together. Despite everything we've been through, we still love you, Nim. I know that now, and that's why I am doing this. It's me you all want, right? I'm the one who terrorized you all, but I'm here now. I won't run away. I'll face my destiny. Now, before I continue on, I do want to do a slight spoiler rant into probably some heavyish spoilers. If you don't want to listen, that's fine. Go to the comment section below. Yeah. Okay. We are in spoiler territory. One final time. If you do not want to listen, you should go to the comment section below. Skip on ahead. Okay. So, going back to that scene, I think it's very interesting if you saw how the souls there were dragging them away. Notice how they didn't go after Madalis. They left her alone. Because again, think of it as she's marked with death already. Same thing with Cassandra. They don't want to host somebody that's already, marked with death, which is Team Zen. You know what I mean? So they want an actual living soul, a living body, being Malia, Venom, and I guess Ren because of the robotic body. So you see that kind of go down. I think it's very interesting going back to the whole Varai thing and the Soul Project. Even go back to maybe even like Indred. I think in some way, shape, and form, of course, Varai has a hand in it, but I also think potentially Indred as well. But again, go into another thing as well, the whole recycle thing. I believe there was something that was mentioned that like when the body dies, the soul gets recycled, and I guess some of them kind of just fade into like oblivion and just, I guess, like end up down there. So they're just wandering spirits wanting another chance at life, and they see some host and they try to take over. So yeah, I think it's something that is really intriguing. Even go to Nim as well. Like I'm here to face my destiny. When that one girl was, sweet and kind, it really just broke me because all I've been doing was, devouring all of these souls just to sustain, my body to not revert back to stone. And now they all want a piece of me as well. If they want to do that, then fine. It's my destiny. I need to fight this. I need to do this and save Malia, Venom, and Ren. Of course, Malia being Malia, saying, like, we still love you. We care about you. And it was really nice to see Nim be like, I know. I get it now. I believe in you guys more than the illusions that were given to me. But this is something that I have to do. And it makes me interested on what's going to happen to Nim, for an example, you know, through all of that. I assume she probably will make it, but I think some things might alter with her yet again because of that whole ordeal. But I don't know. I also go back to Indred as well. I still feel, again, ignoring the whole Varia thing for an example, I just feel like there's something more with Indred with all of that as well. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know. I also think of like the Garufins as well. I think maybe a handful were people from older potentially, but I also think it's like a mix of this world as well. I don't really know though, honestly. I don't know. And even like back go to like the Great Pokemon War. It could have been like a civilization from, not even Old Earth, but the Great Pokemon War for an example. And things happen and yeah. I don't know. Just something to lay out on the table. There's not a whole lot I could really get into and say, but we'll just kind of like leave it at that for now. Okay, we are at a spoiler territory and we are going to continue on. We're back above ground, Goldenwood Grove. Ren, Venom. Ren, get up. You too, Venom. You can sleep later. My head. Wait, we're out, but how? Last thing I remember was glitching out on that bridge. Remind me to get Anastasia to expedite a fix for that, by the way, because not only is it inconvenient, but it is not exactly painless. Nim saved us. She jumped in and warped us out. Again, why didn't she just do that to begin with? Could have saved us a whole bunch of trouble. Because despite our truce at the HQ, I don't think she intended for us to leave that cave alive. Obviously, she had a change of heart, but wait, guys, look over there. Cassandra. There's one, but where's Thing 2, aka Madalis? I have no idea. Did she make it out? Madalis is annoying enough to survive anything. It'd be bad if she reported this. Maybe we ended up in failure after all. I mean, we didn't even find what we came down here for. Oh crap, the pearl component. We got so wrapped up with Team Zen that we didn't even properly look for it. Don't worry, I have a feeling we'll be back soon. But for now, we need to call in what we have, Cassandra. I think this takes precedence, however you say that word. Agreed, this is huge. Guess I'll call my sister. I've always wanted to say that. Aaron, there's a lot we gotta report to you guys. We didn't find the component, but we ran into Team Zen and found out something really important. Cassandra, mayor of Grand Dream City, is an admin of Team Zen. And not only that, we defeated her and we have her in custody. Yeah, got it. We'll wait for you then. What's the plan? Aaron and the rest are going to pick us up and take us back to Sashilla, and that's that. But is Nim going to be okay down there all by herself? Are we going to be okay? I know we made it out, but that stuff down there was seriously traumatizing. I don't know about you guys, but it feels like I'm at my limit. When we... Pearl route completed. And we are back here. Good. Okay, I think that'll be it for today's episode. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Because I think at the beginning I went over the update stuff, so... Yeah. I guess next episode we'll be getting to the platinum route and continuing onward. So, yeah. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves out there. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Good morning.